Staying with a partner who has cheated is going to be one of the hardest things you will ever have to do. Leaving a partner who has cheated is going to be the hardest thing you have ever done. So for that reason, those who have the capacity to stay should not criticize those who leave. And those who have the capacity to leave should not call those who have stayed fools for staying. I think sometimes we are quick to criticize people when we don't understand the individual context they are living in. So this is... Hello, Uncle Josh here. I'm bringing you the second part of how to cope with a cheating spouse. It's taken me a while to do this, and this is going to be a long video, so please stay till the end. So, is it worth staying after your partner has cheated? Is it worth staying after your partner has cheated? And I'm making this video so that you can count the cost of staying and count the cost of leaving and make a decision for yourself. One of my favorite Bible verses was said by Jesus, where he said, before you begin, count the cost to see if you can finish. And that's one of the principles I do have for life. Okay? In this video, there are going to be things that I will say that will annoy some of you. And those of you who have a feminist streak may want to come for your uncle. And there will be things I will say in this video that you do not agree with. It's okay to disagree. Advice is like eating an orange. You take the parts that work for you and you spit the seeds out. Okay. Now, some of the things I will say and I'm about to say, you would feel like reaching your hand through the screen, especially if you are going through a cheating scenario and strangling me. But please be patient with me till the end. Please be patient with me till the end. I will get somewhere. And if at the end of this you are able to make a decision to stay or leave a cheat, I hope this really will help you. Okay? Now, what you need to understand is this. Staying with a partner who has cheated is going to be one of the hardest things you will ever have to do. Leaving a partner who has cheated is going to be the hardest thing you have ever done. So for that reason, those who have the capacity to stay should not criticize those who leave. And those who have the capacity to leave should not call those who have stayed fools for staying. I think sometimes we are quick to criticize people when we don't understand the individual context they are living in. So this is my disclaimer. Leaving a cheating spouse, partner, most likely a husband, is not wrong. You should leave a cheating partner. Staying with a partner who has cheated is not wrong. You must make your decision. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to give you the cost of staying. If you stay, this is what is going to happen. If you leave, this is what is going to happen. Then I'm going to leave the decision to you who is experiencing this. The first thing you need to understand, so now let's talk about those who are choosing to stay. Maybe you've looked at it, you want to give your husband a second chance, or for one or two reasons you decide that leaving is not an option, either now or at all. Here's what you need to understand. The first thing is that it is going to affect you emotionally. There will be quarrels. You will keep bringing it up. At a point, he's going to get tired of hearing it, so he will apologize for a while and then get defensive at a point, and you feel he has to keep asking for forgiveness. You will have negative mental thoughts. You will have self-doubt. Am I beautiful enough? Is there something wrong with me? You may even feel the need to go and research the woman he cheated with to try to compare yourself with the person. Almost every lady who is cheated on goes to look up the people that they were cheated on with to take a decision as to what was it about her that he couldn't find in me. The other thing you need to understand is that trust has been shattered for good. Take this from Uncle Josh. Even if your husband finally stops cheating, you will never truly be able to trust him completely. It's there, all right? Trust is shattered for good and never completely comes back. Then there's the physical effect. Physically, I've had to deal with close friends who have gone through this, people who have come to my practice who have gone through this. physically, you begin to have problems. Some ladies begin to lose their hair. Some begin to get blotches on their skin. For a lot of them, their immunity comes down. When you choose to stay, your immunity will come down. So if you live in West Africa, things like malaria and so on starts to become a main thing. For some, they begin to get high blood pressure and all these things. Aside that, there's also the STIs you will have to deal with, the sexually transmitted infections. And let me digress a little bit. This is part of the reason why I say I'm against polygamy. Because even in polygamy, where there are 3 or 4 wives, and I've handled it several times with my cousins on the other side, you're always picking up one infection or the other. If this one has, is it called Candida? A yeast infection. He sleeps with this one, he comes and he shares it to all 4. So all 4 have to do treatment. If one of the 4 decide to go out and sleep with someone else and she brings something and she comes to share it, if you have a cheating spouse, chances are, and sometimes one of the telltale signs for people who have a cheating spouse is they begin to have so many infections. They are always going to their gynecologist, this infection, that infection. You are treating gonorrhea today, the next time you are treating crabs, the next time you are treating this. So one of the other effects of staying with a cheating spouse is that you will get sexually transmitted infections. And in some very sad cases, you will get sexually transmitted diseases. Sadly, I've seen cases where people have had HIV because their cheating partner went and got it out there and brought it back. So physically, you are going to experience that. Then the next thing that is going to happen is that you will go through a season of self-neglect. So the first thing that begins to happen is you see such women don't care any longer. They don't care what's happening with their hair. They don't care how they dress. They don't care what's going on. You meet them, they look years older than they actually are. Then something snaps and all of a sudden they begin to dress, they begin to buy wigs because you are going through the emotions of trying to process. All of this is the cost of staying. This is when you decide that, oh, I want to fight for my marriage and I want to stay. I'm telling you what you will deal with if you are deciding to stay. All right? So you are going to have to deal with that. And the need to improve. Is it that I wasn't cooking well enough? Is it that I'm not beautiful enough? Then the next thing is the loss of family resources. You are going, this is a long video, you are going to lose family resources. Family resources are going to be lost because he is now not only spending on you, he's spending on another lady or multiple ladies. Sometimes money begins to get missing. The plans that you had as a couple in the beginning when things were good no longer hold. Then there's an effect on the children. No matter how young the children are, no matter how you try to hide it from them, children are smarter than you think and they pick up on what is going on. Then there's the effect on your sexual life. And this is the pain. This is the pain about it. It's a chicken and egg situation. When you know your husband is cheating, especially for women, it's very difficult to give yourself sexually to the man. So most ladies deny their husband's sex. And denying your husband's sex compounds the issue, and for a lot of the men, that even adds petrol to the fire where they have to go out and find sex elsewhere. But then when you also choose to give your husband sex after you know he has cheated, you feel so used, so used in this period, because it's like, and some ladies said that I feel like a prostitute. And I asked them, have you ever been a prostitute? How do you know how a prostitute feels? But there's this feeling like you are being violated, you are being taken advantage of. Women are unable to express themselves in the bedroom when they know that what they are sharing with this man, he is sharing out there. Then the most painful part is that there's the uncertainty of this, if this situation will ever change. You see, the pain of living with a cheating partner is that sometimes they come to their senses and they stop. And some may never stop. I'm going to talk about the cost of leaving in the next video, but let me say this to men. This is what you do to a woman when you step out there and say she should understand cheating is in a man's nature. And I hope some men are listening to this to understand that what you are doing is affecting this woman on a certain level. And the painful thing about it is that when you cheat on your partner, you will pay in the long run. And most of the time, you pay at a time you cannot recover. If you are a man out there and you're cheating on your wife, let me warn you, it never ends well. It never ends well. And most often, when these women cry out to God, I'm a person of faith, scriptures say a curse with a cause. A curse without a cause will not land. That means a curse with a cause will land. You promised this woman that you are going to love her alone. You have broken a vow and you advertise something you are not delivering on. You are not a man of honor. It's not all gloom and doom. I'm going to talk about leaving. Leaving is not that easy. You think staying is hard? When I tell you in the next video what leaving is going to be like, you may ask yourself where you are, and then I will explain where there's hope. This has been a long video. Thank you for sticking it through. Yes, and a quick one. A side note, ladies, can you put in the comments the other things? I may have left out some things, and I'm always open to learning more. Are there some other things that I left out? Please put them in the comments.